Your eye doctor tells you cataracts are just aging. That blurry vision, those halos around headlights at night, the constant squinting to read restaurant menus, all just part of getting older. And they're right about the aging process, but what most people don't realize is that the proteins in your eye lens are starving for specific compounds that could slow this down, and those compounds are sitting in 7 seeds at your grocery store right now. I've ranked all 7 from least effective to the one that performed best across every study I looked at, and wait until you see number 1. Researchers discovered it does something no other seed can do. It actually regenerates itself inside your eye lens for hours after just 1 serving, and when you combine it with 2 specific ingredients, studies found it can reduce your cataract risk by protecting the exact spot where the damage happens first. Number 7. Nigella seeds. Do you ever notice floaters in your vision, those little dark spots or squiggly lines that drift across your field of view? Or maybe you've felt pressure behind your eyes that won't go away. These can be early warning signs that your optic nerve, the cable that connects your eye to your brain, is under oxidative stress. Nigella seeds, also called black seed or black cumin, are small black tear-shaped seeds used in Middle Eastern and South Asian cooking, and they contain powerful antioxidants that specifically protect nerve tissue from damage. What makes Nigella seeds unique is they're rich in thymoquinone, a compound that shields the optic nerve from oxidative stress and inflammation, the 2 main drivers of glaucoma and optic nerve damage as you age. Your optic nerve has no ability to regenerate once damaged, which is why protection matters more than repair, and research, published in the journal Phytotherapy Research, showed that Nigella seed oil protected optic nerve cells from oxidative damage in laboratory studies. But here's the catch with Nigella seeds. They have a slightly bitter, peppery taste that most people find overwhelming if eaten plain, and eating them whole means you're missing much of their oil content where the protective compounds concentrate. The best way to use them is to lightly toast a teaspoon of whole seeds in a dry pan for 30 seconds to release their aroma and reduce bitterness, then sprinkle them on yogurt, salads, or flatbreads. Or you can take Nigella seed oil as a supplement, typically half a teaspoon daily. Most people who add Nigella seeds to their diet 3 to 4 times per week report feeling less eye pressure and fewer headaches within a month, though the real benefit is long-term protection for your optic nerve. The next seed tackles a problem that shows up every single night when you're driving. Number 6. Sesame seeds. Do you struggle to see clearly when you're driving at night? Maybe street signs look blurry until you're right up on them, or faces in dim restaurants are hard to make out. That kind of night vision trouble is often a warning sign that your retina is running low on zinc, one of the critical minerals your eyes depend on to function after dark. Sesame seeds, those tiny beige seeds on bagels and stir-fries, are one of the richest natural zinc sources in any seed, and your retina uses zinc to activate enzymes that protect photoreceptor cells, the ones that turn light into signals your brain interprets as vision. Zinc also transports vitamin A from your liver to your retina, where it produces melanin, a pigment that shields your eyes from ultraviolet light, and poor night vision and cataracts have both been linked to zinc deficiency. But here's the catch nobody tells you. Sesame seeds are loaded with phytic acid, which grabs minerals like zinc and copper and binds them before your intestinal wall can absorb them, so the whole package passes straight through without delivering nutrients. The fix takes 3 minutes. Dry roast them on medium heat until you smell that warm, nutty aroma, because heat breaks down phytic acid and unlocks the minerals inside. A small handful of toasted sesame seeds on salad or yogurt 3 times a week could improve night vision and reduce that tired, strained feeling by evening. And many people notice clearer street signs and less eye fatigue within a month. But the next seed tackles inflammation that's silently degrading your vision every single day. Number 5. Hemp seeds. Do your eyes feel dry and gritty by afternoon, like there's sand under your eyelids that won't go away no matter how much you blink? Or maybe they burn and sting when reading or looking at screens, and you reach for eye drops just to get through the day. That constant irritation is a sign that chronic inflammation is building in your retinal tissue, and it happens when the balance between omega-6 and omega-3 fats tips too far wrong. Hemp seeds, small tan pellets that taste mildly nutty, deliver something no other seed can match: a naturally occurring omega-6 to omega-3 ratio of about 3 to 1, exactly where researchers believe the body runs best. Your retina is neural tissue, the same cells as your brain, extremely sensitive to inflammation that builds slowly over years, and when inflammation reaches retinal layers, cell membranes weaken, signal transmission slows, and vision degrades in ways no eye chart catches until damage is real. Modern diets run that ratio between 15 to 1 and 20 to 1, overwhelmingly omega-6, creating low-level inflammation throughout your body, including your eyes every day. What makes hemp seeds different is you don't need to do anything special, no grinding or soaking, eat them straight from the bag and your body absorbs what's inside. A meta-analysis of 19 randomized controlled trials with more than 4,000 patients confirmed that correcting this imbalance produces measurable reductions in inflammatory markers driving dry eye disease, that chronic burning and gritty irritation. 2 tablespoons on yogurt or in a smoothie every morning, and within 1 to 2 weeks, most people notice burning and grittiness ease. Eyes feel more comfortable by afternoon, and they don't reach for drops as often. Up next is a seed most people eat completely wrong, costing them almost all the benefits. Number 4. Chia seeds. Does it feel like you're constantly blinking to clear your vision? Like your eyes won't stay moist no matter what you do? Or maybe you wake up with eyes glued shut, crusty, and dry, taking minutes before you can see clearly. That persistent dryness is often a sign your retinal tissue isn't getting the building blocks it needs, and one critical building block is a fatty acid called DHA. Chia seeds, those tiny black and white speckled seeds that gel up in water, are one of the richest plant omega-3 sources you can buy, but the way almost everyone eats them means they're getting almost nothing. Your retina is built from DHA, not partially but structurally built from it, making up a major portion of tissue your vision depends on. And when DHA is chronically undersupplied, tissue breaks down, cell membranes weaken, and retinal layers erode quietly over years. Chia seeds contain ALA, the plant omega-3 your body converts to DHA, and 1 tablespoon delivers about 1,700 milligrams, a significant amount, and a meta-analysis of 19 trials confirmed omega-3 intake measurably improves tear film breakup time. How scientists measure how quickly your eye's surface dries between blinks. But here's what's been wasted for millions. If you eat chia seeds whole, sprinkled in smoothies, stirred in oatmeal, swallowed as gel, the outer shell resists digestive enzymes and seeds pass through largely intact, so you're absorbing a fraction, eating the package, not contents. You have to grind them in a coffee grinder for 10 seconds, fresh, not pre-ground bags, because once cracked open those omega-3s start oxidizing immediately, and pre-ground bags may have lost potency before you open them. Grind them that morning right before eating, and pair with fat, because DHA is fat-soluble, and without fat in the same meal absorption drops significantly, so add coconut oil, olive oil, or half an avocado same meal, same time. 2 tablespoons freshly ground with fat every morning, and within 1 to 2 weeks, most notice morning dryness, less severe, eyes don't feel crusty, waking up, and the day doesn't grind against eyes by afternoon. But there's one seed protecting a completely different part of your eye, the part that lets you read. Number 3. Pumpkin seeds. Have you noticed reading fine print gets harder, or faces look blurry across the room? Maybe you move your phone farther away to read texts, or struggle with street sign details until you're close. That loss of sharp central vision is often the first sign your macula, the very center of your visual field, is breaking down. Pumpkin seeds, those flat green seeds inside pumpkins or bought roasted, carry 2 compounds Harvard researchers confirmed go directly to that spot, lutein and zeaxanthin. And these aren't spread throughout your eye, they concentrate in your macula on purpose because your eye is designed to collect and hold them there. What makes them important is they function as a light filter, absorbing high-energy blue light before it reaches photoreceptor cells underneath, like internal sunglasses that never come off. Working every second, your eyes are open, intercepting wavelengths, most likely to cause oxidative damage. Decades of research linked higher intake of these carotenoids to significantly lower macular degeneration risk, and pumpkin seeds have more zinc per ounce than almost any seed, roughly 2 milligrams in a small handful. And zinc enables vitamin A to navigate from liver to retina, where it forms melanin, the protective eye pigment. But here's what bothers people eating pumpkin seeds for years. If you've eaten them straight from bags, roasted, raw, salted, any version, you've gotten maybe half what's in them, because pumpkin seeds carry even more phytic acid than sesame seeds, and until you break that down, the lutein, zeaxanthin, and zinc are partially locked up, passing through without full absorption. The preparation is simple. The night before, put seeds in a bowl of water and squeeze half a lemon in. Stir, leave 8 hours. Because citric acid chemically breaks down phytic acid coating. And morning comes, you drain, rinse, eat as is or dry in low oven for crunch. Studies showed zinc supplementation can slow macular degeneration progression and reduce visual sharpness loss by 19% in intermediate stage disease. And soaked pumpkin seeds 3 to 4 times per week could help you see faces clearly, read fine print with less squinting, and maintain sharp central vision. Now we're getting to seeds delivering highest omega-3 concentrations for tear production. Number 2. Flax seeds. Do you wake up with eyes stuck together, dried out and crusty, taking several minutes of blinking before vision clears enough to start your day? Or by evening, your eyes feel so dry and irritated you can barely keep them open, constantly rubbing for relief? That morning and evening dryness is a clear sign your tear film breaks down too quickly, often because your diet isn't delivering enough omega-3 to keep oil-producing glands working. Flax seeds, small brown seeds looking almost like tiny almonds, have more alpha-linolenic acid per gram than any plant source on Earth, more than chia, hemp, anything on this list, and 1 tablespoon freshly ground delivers roughly 2,300 milligrams plant omega-3, while chia gives 1,700 for the same amount. The Women's Health Study, one of the largest long-term nutrition studies following close to 40,000 women over years, found higher dietary omega-3 intake significantly associated with reduced dry eye syndrome risk, not from supplements, but from omega-3s people got from food, and flax is the most concentrated way to get that from whole food. But here's where most make the mistake, costing half the benefit. They eat flax whole, or buy pre-ground meals sitting in bags for weeks, and whole flax has an outer shell digestive systems can't break down, so they pass through intact, while pre-ground oxidizes rapidly because delicate omega-3s degrade exposed to air and light. You need to grind fresh that morning in a coffee grinder 10 seconds right before eating, and here's what changes everything. You need to eat with avocado because omega-3s are fat-soluble, and monounsaturated oleic acid in avocado has been specifically identified as one of most effective fat sources for improving fat-soluble compound absorption. So that avocado isn't a side dish. It's unlocking the flax. 2 tablespoons freshly ground on half-ripe avocado every morning. Grind fresh, not night before. Eat within 15 minutes because the clock runs from the moment you crack seeds open. People sticking with this consistently report morning grittiness, softens within first 2 weeks. Feeling eyes fighting all day eases. Eyes don't feel dry and scratchy by evening. And they don't wake with that crusty stuck-together feeling. Only one seed outperforms it, doing something inside your eye lens no other food can match. Number 1. Sunflower seeds. Have you noticed vision gotten cloudier over past years, like there's a film over your eyes never quite clearing no matter how much you blink? Maybe you see halos around headlights driving at night, or colors don't look as bright and vivid, or you squint in bright sunlight because everything feels washed out and blurry. Those are early warning signs that proteins inside your eye lens are clumping together and breaking down, exactly how cataracts form, slowly, quietly, over years, until one day you're sitting in your eye doctor's office hearing words like age-related and progression. Sunflower seeds, those striped shells you crack open or pre-shelled ones you buy in bags, carry more vitamin E per ounce than almost any food you can walk into a grocery store and buy, and 1 ounce, a small handful, gives close to half your daily recommended intake of alpha-tocopherol, the specific vitamin E form your body absorbs and uses first. What makes vitamin E critical is it's not general nutrition, it's targeted, sitting inside membranes of lens fiber cells, the very cells housing proteins made before you were born that can never be replaced. because your body made those proteins once in the womb and they must last your entire life. And every year after 60, those proteins take more hits, clumping together, sticking together, slowly turning the clear lens window into something cloudy, scattering light instead of focusing it. Vitamin E sits in cell membranes, intercepting oxidative damage before reaching proteins, neutralizing free radicals, the unstable molecules causing damage, and a meta-analysis published in Public Health Nutrition, pooling data from multiple studies, found dietary vitamin E intake significantly associated with reduced age-related cataract risk, with protection strongest in lens nucleus, the core, where damage accumulates longest. But here's the catch, and where most lose 70% of benefit. Vitamin E is fat-soluble. And without dietary fat in the same meal, a substantial portion passes through before your body absorbs it. So, you need avocado. And monounsaturated oleic acid in avocado is the optimal delivery partner, shuttling vitamin E across intestinal wall into bloodstream so it eventually reaches lens tissue deep inside eyes. But the lemon, this is the mechanism putting this combination above everything else. And when a vitamin E molecule neutralizes a free radical inside your lens, it gets oxidized, used up, done, normally finished. But vitamin C changes that because research confirmed vitamin C takes that spent oxidized vitamin E molecule and reduces it back to active form, regenerates it. So your one serving keeps working actively, continuously, for hours instead of minutes. One dose, one meal, recycling itself inside lens tissue. 1 ounce raw unsalted shelled sunflower seeds, quarter ripe avocado, juice of half fresh lemon, squeezed directly over everything. Eat all 3 together, same meal, same time, every single morning. And look at ingredient label on sunflower seeds. 1 ingredient. That's the only thing should be there. If more than 1 item, put it back. Find different brand. In first 3 days, the heavy, gritty, tired feeling your eyes carry by evening starts easing. That feeling you started thinking just what eyes feel like lifts a little. And by end of first week, morning blurriness softens. Fog, when first opening eyes, clears faster. By 2 to 3 weeks, reading labels, phone screens, menus in dim restaurants gets easier, less squinting, sharper close-range focus, and by 90 days, halos around headlights at night start calming. Contrast improves, colors look slightly more vivid than they have in years, and some come back from eye appointments, and their optometrist quietly notes, numbers didn't move the way expected. And 90 days is the structural window. Dry eye relief comes faster, sometimes first week, but deeper lens work takes time. Which of these 7 seeds are you most excited to try first? Have you or someone you know struggled with vision problems after 60, blurry vision, dry eyes, trouble reading, halos at night? Drop a comment below and let me know your experience because I read them all. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Thanks for watching, and here's to protecting your vision for the years ahead.